Hi everybody, welcome once again. I want to focus today on ghost job postings. These are basically fake job listings. They're different from scam jobs, you're right, or scam listings. The ghost job doesn't necessarily want to scam you, right? They're not necessarily trying to get your money or screw you over. They're not trying to actively harm you. It's just something that employers do, which is just advertise jobs when they're not actually planning to hire it. Some studies show that as high as 1 in 5 of job postings out there are fake. This is particularly bad and the more popular ones, right? So Indeed, Monster.com, they will have a higher concentration of ghost jobs just because the website is free or it's very cheap to post those jobs to keep them running. LinkedIn, not as much as Indeed, but it's getting up there. That has a profound effect on job hunters and job seekers because it basically renders a lot of their efforts, a lot of your efforts, pointless. If you Google ghost postings or whatever, how to identify them, the number one thing used to be a job posting that had been there for more than a month and had a bunch of applications sent, 99% ghost posting. Employers do not take months and months to fill positions. Why is it no longer the go-to red flag that something is a ghost job? What happened was that employers kind of figured this out, that people could use this tactic. So what companies have started doing is posting the same job over and over again. So it's they take it down, they post it again. And so it looks like this job was posted a week ago. A new posting, but it's actually the same. Something to keep in mind. The one red flag that immediately told you that it was a ghost job, it's the one that I already said. Here, it's none of these on their own will tell you, oh, this is definitely a ghost job. There needs to be a combination of this. I'd say 3 or more of these, a combination of this, it's probably a ghost posting. So we need to rely more on these next points that I'm gonna read out loud here. Watch out for vague or generic job descriptions, right? Because legitimate job posts tend to include precise information to attract the right candidates, right? And so vague listings might be fishing for a wide net of resumes or aren't for a real opening at all. On its own, this is one of the most suspicious ones. By its own, doesn't necessarily tell you that it's a ghost job, right? Just keep it in mind. So this is another one. The companies want to do the ghost posting stuff, but they don't want you knowing that they're doing it. Look out for no company name. I love this one. This is very generic one, global tech partners, that sort of stuff. Those are usually staffing firms that they just want to amass just ridiculous amounts of resumes and candidates so that they can then have a database that they can brag about, right? This one is probably the best one. I might say actually that this should be the anchor. For a job posting to be a ghost, it needs to have this one as an anchor and then any combination of any of the ones that we're going to discuss later here. What I meant here that the role is always listed is that you see it over and over again. So this is not about the job being old, but kind of weird that they're still hiring more of this particular position and the job listings are always fresh. They're always fresh every time you see them. So this is the closest that we get to that best red flag that I mentioned, but it's the hardest to notice because you have to see the job posting over and over again. Now that I've told you, you will start to notice. As a matter of fact, you probably are thinking of a couple postings that you've seen that make you raise an eyebrow and you didn't know why. It's why is this company always hiring for this position? So the next one is too good to be true. So this is more related maybe to scam jobs, but still some employers are posting really incredible working conditions. Sometimes they do this to be enticing and people send their resumes over. What's the problem with this? That maybe it's true. It's true. Too good to be true doesn't mean that it's not true, right? It means that you need to, be wary, you need to be cautious, right? Imagine if my advice right now is hey, if a job seems very good, and a good fit, don't apply for it because it's a ghost job. Now, that's kind of not how it works, but it's it has to be a little bit too absurd.
Hey, Rolf here. If you found the content of this video useful, please like, share, and subscribe. It really does help the channel grow and get the word out to more people about job stacking. Thanks.
From this one and above, they're kind of more subtle. They're covering their tracks. They're having some attention to detail. Now this is just like the sloppy ghost posting. Redirects and strange application methods. So this is about like, hey, easy apply, send us your resume via Telegram, via WhatsApp or something else, right? This is again more for scam jobs, but sometimes there's overlap. But there's another one that's sloppy writing, basically. Lots of typos, weird formatting, inconsistent tone, free domains like Gmail or Yahoo. Request for payment or personal info. Payment is a scam, personal info, ghost job, okay? Immediate offers or lack of interviews. Big thing, like big red flag that you're out to be scammed, or they just care about getting your resume and that's it. Same with immediate offers. There are no immediate offers in this job market. Mismatch between role and company. This is another big one, an extreme example, a supermarket hiring for like a doctor. The thing is that sometimes you need to have a deeper knowledge of the company itself. For instance, there are companies that are not technology firms or software firms that still hire software engineers, that sort of stuff. No online footprint for the company or recruiter. This is particularly important, and this is why I left it last, so we can talk about this. The way we handle applications is once we send the resume, we try to find out who the recruiter is in charge of that job posting or the hiring manager, right? So if you're having an undue amount of difficulties trying to get that information with the tools that we've given you, right? Like with those email finder applications that we've recommended to you guys, that is your signal that, hey, maybe I got screwed. Basically, like I wasted my time. This might be a ghost posting. I'm not saying like immediately quit. Like you did one search in one of the applications and nothing came up. But if it's like you've spent more than 10 minutes trying to get any email from somebody relevant, right? A recruiter, recruiting manager, you can't find it, most likely it was a ghost posting. Just move on, try to apply to another job.